Have you ever noticed subtle changes in your body and wondered whether they were just a normal part of aging or something more significant? As men grow older, certain physical transformations take place. Some are easy to spot, while others are more discreet. In fact, there's one change you might even detect with your nose before your eyes. These shifts don't happen randomly. They serve as clear indicators of how the body evolves over time. In today's video, we're revealing 4 distinct signs of aging in men. 1 tied to scent, 2 that noticeably increase in size, and 1 that gradually shrinks. While some of these changes occur slowly over the years, others may suddenly become apparent when you catch your reflection and realize something looks different. How many of these signs have you noticed? Make sure to stick around until the end, as you may finally get an explanation for something you've observed in yourself but never quite understood. By the time we're finished, you'll not only recognize these signs but also learn whether there's anything you can do to address them. Let's dive in. 1. The distinct scent of aging. There's a unique scent often associated with aging, and if you've ever been inside a senior care facility, you might have picked up on it. This isn't about hygiene habits or a preference for certain colognes. It goes deeper than that, originating at the cellular level. As men age, their skin undergoes chemical changes that lead to the production of a compound known as noninol. This scent, subtle to some but quite noticeable to others, forms when fatty acids on the skin's surface break down due to oxidative stress. The result is a mild yet persistent aroma that can be described as slightly waxy, grassy, or even stale. The challenge with noninol is that it doesn't wash away as easily as typical body odors. Unlike regular sweat, which bacteria break down and soap can easily remove, noninol binds to fabrics and lingers on the skin, making it resistant to standard cleansing methods. This is why some men continue to notice a change in their scent even after showering. Younger skin naturally regenerates and sheds excess oils more efficiently, whereas aging skin retains more oxidized fatty acids, causing the scent to become more prominent over time. Take Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He first noticed that his shirts seemed to hold on to a particular scent, even after being freshly washed. One day, his granddaughter playfully told him, "Grandpa, you smell like books and wood." This description is surprisingly common for those who recognize the scent of noninol. At first, he assumed it was due to his cologne or laundry detergent, but after switching the products with no change, he realized the scent was coming from his skin itself. Richard's experience is far from unique. Studies indicate that while men over 40 begin to produce noninol in small amounts, by the time they reach their 70s, it becomes significantly more noticeable. How to reduce noninol buildup. The good news is that while you can't entirely stop the body from producing noninol, there are ways to minimize its accumulation. Choose the right soap. Certain soaps, particularly those designed to remove excess oils, are more effective at breaking down noninol than regular body washes. Incorporate antioxidants into your diet. Consuming foods rich in antioxidants, such as green tea, citrus fruits, and leafy greens, can help reduce oxidative stress and slow the process. Treat your clothing. Since noninol clings to fabrics, washing clothes with baking soda or using odor-neutralizing sprays formulated for aging skin can make a noticeable difference. So, if you've ever wondered why your personal scent has changed over time, now you have an answer. It's not just in your head, and it's not simply a matter of hygiene. This is a natural aspect of aging that every man will experience at some point in life. 2. A bigger belly that won't budge. A growing midsection is one of the most common signs of aging in men, and it's not just about eating a little too much or skipping workouts. As men get older, their metabolism naturally slows down, muscle mass declines, and hormonal changes make it easier to store fat, especially in the abdomen. You might have noticed that even if you're eating the same way you did in your 40s or 50s, your waistline keeps expanding. That's because testosterone levels decrease over time, reducing the body's ability to maintain lean muscle. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, this shift leads to a slower metabolism, meaning extra calories turn into belly fat much more easily than before. For some men, it's not just about appearance, it's about how it feels. Maybe shirts fit tighter, bending over is harder, or carrying extra weight makes movement less comfortable. Take Frank, a 76-year-old who was always lean in his younger years. Even though his diet hadn't changed much, he suddenly noticed his belly sticking out more, while his arms and legs seemed thinner. At first, he blamed it on aging, but what he didn't realize was that his body was redistributing fat, storing more in his abdomen while muscle mass in his limbs decreased. The problem isn't just aesthetic. Studies show that excess belly fat in older men increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Unlike fat stored elsewhere in the body, abdominal fat is more metabolically active, releasing inflammatory chemicals that affect everything from blood pressure to brain health. This is why men with a larger waistline in their 70s and 80s often experience higher levels of fatigue, joint pain, and even sleep disturbances. What can be done? Resistance training. One of the most effective ways to counteract muscle loss and keep metabolism from slowing down too much. Prioritizing protein. Eating enough protein helps maintain lean muscle mass while keeping you full longer, making it easier to manage weight. Avoiding processed carbohydrates and added sugars. This helps control insulin levels and prevents further fat accumulation. While some belly fat gain is a natural part of aging, allowing it to grow unchecked can lead to serious health risks. If you've noticed your midsection expanding despite eating and exercising the same way, it's not just your imagination. It's your body adapting to the natural hormonal shifts of aging. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating informative and inspiring content. 3. The mystery of growing ears. It might not be something you've noticed right away, but your ears are actually getting larger as you age. Unlike muscles that shrink or fat that redistributes over time, ears continue to grow steadily throughout life. This is due to cartilage, the flexible tissue that forms the outer ear, which keeps expanding as the years pass. At the same time, gravity gradually pulls the ears downward, stretching them and making them appear even bigger than before. If you've ever looked at an old photo and thought, "Wait a second, my ears weren't this big before?" You're absolutely right. Research has shown that ears grow by approximately 0.08 inches per decade. While this may seem like an insignificant change from year to year, by the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, the difference can be quite noticeable. Consider George, a 78-year-old retired teacher. For most of his life, his ears were well proportioned to his face. But one day, while looking through an old wedding photo, he was surprised by how much they had changed. His ears weren't just larger, they were longer and droopier than he remembered. He also noticed that his once firm and rounded earlobes had thinned out and stretched over time, making the change even more obvious. This is a common experience for older men, though it's rarely discussed. Unlike bones, which stop growing after puberty, cartilage continues to expand. At the same time, the skin around the ears loses its elasticity, which allows them to elongate further. While this change isn't a health concern, it does alter one's appearance, and for some men, it can become a source of self-consciousness. Can anything be done? Although you can't completely prevent cartilage growth, there are ways to slow the visible effects. Maintain skin elasticity. Staying hydrated and consuming foods rich in collagen can help support the skin and reduce excessive drooping. Protect your skin from the sun. Prolonged sun exposure can break down collagen and contribute to sagging, so using sunscreen on exposed areas, including the ears, can help. Moisturize regularly. If your earlobes appear thinner or wrinkled, applying vitamin-rich skincare products can help maintain their texture over time. At the end of the day, larger ears are simply another part of the natural aging process, much like wrinkles or gray hair. While it may be an unexpected change, it's not a sign of poor health, just another way the body adapts with time. The disappearing calves. As men age, one of the most noticeable changes happens in the legs, specifically the calves. You might have looked down one day and realized that your once strong calves don't have the same shape or size they used to. It's not just about losing weight. This is actually a common sign of aging called muscle atrophy, where muscle mass gradually declines over time. This change happens for a few reasons. First, as testosterone and growth hormone levels drop, the body naturally loses muscle faster than it can rebuild it. Second, many older men become less active without realizing it. Even if you still walk every day, you may not be engaging your calf muscles the way you used to, especially if you no longer run, jump, or do heavy lifting. Third, the circulatory system changes, leading to reduced blood flow in the legs, which can further contribute to muscle loss. Robert, a 75-year-old man who spent most of his career on his feet, always had strong, well-defined calves. However, in his late 60s, he noticed they were getting thinner and weaker. Even simple tasks, like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair without using his hands, felt harder. He chalked it up to aging, but the truth was that his muscles were shrinking due to inactivity and hormonal shifts. Losing muscle in the calves isn't just about appearance. It has real consequences. Weak calves can affect balance, increase the risk of falls, and even contribute to slower walking speed. Studies show that men with reduced calf muscle mass tend to struggle more with mobility in their later years, making daily activities more difficult. That's why maintaining lower body strength is one of the biggest factors in staying independent as you age. The good news: muscle loss can be slowed or even reversed. You can slow down muscle loss and even reverse some of it with the right exercises. Simple activities like calf raises, resistance band training, and brisk walking on an incline can help rebuild muscle fibers and improve circulation. And don't forget about protein intake. Eating enough lean meats, eggs, or plant-based protein sources can support muscle maintenance and recovery. So, if you've noticed your calves looking thinner or feeling weaker, don't ignore it. Take action for a stronger future. This is one of those aging signs that can be improved with effort, and taking action now can help keep you strong and mobile for years to come. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Final thoughts. Now that we've explored these 4 subtle yet revealing signs of aging in men, take a moment to reflect. How many of them have you noticed in yourself or those around you? Aging is a natural process, and while some changes are unavoidable, understanding them allows you to take better care of yourself. Whether it's staying active to preserve muscle strength, paying closer attention to shifts in your skin, or making small but meaningful adjustments to your daily routine, these efforts can make a significant difference in how you age, helping you maintain confidence and vitality. Aging isn't something to be afraid of. It's something to embrace. Every wrinkle, every shift in your body, and even the subtle scent that comes with time tells a story of experience, resilience, and wisdom. Instead of worrying about these changes, focus on what you can do to stay strong, healthy, and the best version of yourself. So, which of these signs stood out to you the most? Have you noticed any of them in yourself? Or are there others you've observed that weren't covered here? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share something you learned today, along with how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback matters, and your comments motivate us to keep bringing you valuable content. If you found this video informative and helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.